BlxckMonopoly presents Dope Dialogue.
What's good, y'all? This is Dope Dialogue presented by BlxckMonopoly. And today we got on the one and only Clarissa Rankin. How you doing?
I'm fine. I woke up cute, so I'm fine.
For sure. We're just gonna jump right into it. So would you mind giving the listeners a little backstory on yourself, like where you came from, like where you're from, and what was your upbringing like?
So I'm 34 years old, but I don't look it.
Not at all.
I'm still stuck in about 25.
Smooth.
I'm gonna give myself a 25 with a couple back rows, but that's about it. But anyway, I'm originally from South Carolina, Andrews, South Carolina. I was born in Georgetown. It's right next to Myrtle Beach. But I was born down there, but I always lived in North Carolina since I was a little girl. We just commuted back and forth. And what else you say? What else? What else?
Question? Like your upbringing. Like, so you gave us where you're from. What was it like growing up in those areas?
Oh, well, first I grew up in this place called Norwood. Norwood was the country. So it was the next step up from the country. It was the country. And I'm a country girl. Country fed, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, black-eyed peas, cornbread, baby. You name it, grits on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we eat, okay? I'm country. So, brought up in the country, watermelons underneath the shade tree type of country. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I was always that loud, aggressive personality. Like, here I go. Okay, we here. What's up? We here. But I always been a aggressive person, but I always been very sweet and cuddly and peaceful, very good energy. So when I was coming up, I was always that wild card that always was told to calm down. But no, you can't calm me down. So I was always the problem child out of everybody. I'm the baby girl. So my mama had the most problems out of me because you can't fix me. I nothing to be fixed. And I was always my own person. So when you used to say no, I used to say, yeah, let's go. Like, let go. Like, if she say stop, I say, no, go. I always been like that. So as I was coming up, it was always a tug of war with my family from growing up in the church. And I was always so me. So it was just growing up. It was tough. It was really tough with my personality. But as I got older, I just learned to be like, either you accept it or move around. Like, I don't know.
For real. So like what taught you that attitude to be like, you know what, either accept it or, get out the way?
Well, the main thing that taught me to have this attitude is my daddy was always a cursor. He had a bad temper, but he was a hustler. And then my mama was a very upfront, big personality, plus size woman, but confident baby. But she was always a good person. So I had a mixture of both of them in me. I had a mixture of my daddy to be like, I'm not taking no crap. Like, it is what it is. I will hop on your skull. But then my mama always was that, personality. So that's what really got me in a mixture of both. And it's just now I just done develop both of them in me. Now I'm Clarissa Rankin,
Got you. Smooth. So then, like, what led you down the road of trucking?
Okay. So first I went to school to get I was always a drawer, like an artist in high school. So I wanted to be a graphic art designer, but then I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest son. And I never wanted kids. Never. I don't even like kids like that. Like a big, like have a whole lot of kids. No, that's not me. Never wanted them. Never changed a diaper. I never burnt the baby till I had my son. So that changed my whole life around. So when I wanted to be in graphic design, but I ended up having him. And immediately when I had him, go get her. Like, I was always a hustler, always working, always grinding, but it wasn't no money. Like, I took care of him by myself. Well, his daddy was in college. He was my high school sweetheart at the time. He was in college. So it wasn't no money. I tried to be in nursing, like get a job that's not going nowhere, right. But it wasn't no money in that. And I ended up leaving his daddy because I was ready to keep growing and being a mother. And he was still just younger. So I ended up meeting my husband I have now. And he said he wanted to be a trucker. So I was like, okay, go for it. So he ended up going to school to be a trucker. And I was in school at that time for my criminal justice degree, right? So listen, went to school 4 years, got a bachelor's in criminal justice, come out working in the prison system, working in the school system, like part-time. But I came out making not even 34 a year. He went to trucking school for 3 weeks and he came out making almost 55 a year. So I said, that ain't right. Like,
the math ain't happening.
Yeah, I said that was a little backwards. So I said, how about this? We end up having a child. Me and my husband end up having a child together. He was born with a heart defect, hyperplastic left heart syndrome. Money got tight immediately. Like if we ain't have none before, we down gonna sure ain't have none after. Okay, money got. His trucking money went from this to this. Like, so when we had him, I said, well, if you making 55, how about I go get my CDL to book the loads and we'll be making kind of the same amount. So he was like, oh, okay. You know,
so when you said book the loads, like, what does that mean?
Oh, like, so I said, with him having his CDL, I can book his freight that he pulled, like what's in the back of the trailer. So I was going to go on the board and figure out, hey, this load's coming from Charlotte, going to Virginia. Let me book this on his truck.
Gotcha. And you have to have a CDL for it, or you mean like you'll be driving?
No, I didn't have to have a CDL for it, but I knew I was going to eventually grow in it. And I didn't want to grow and buy more trucks. And I don't know how to move my truck.
Got you.
Because I said, what if we grow in this trucking industry and we get multiple trucks? I don't know how to move it. Somebody want to quit on me. So I said, let me go to school to get my CDL. So if somebody decide they want to quit, I can move my own truck back home or back to, I can take it to the shop or I can transport my own equipment. So I decided to go to school, get my CDL. But then as I was in it, and I'm learning how to do it, I fell in love with it. Man.
Real? So like, what about it made you fall in love? Like what?
Man, let me tell you, boy, you get behind that steering wheel, boy, that thing big, boy, that thing like, boy, I got behind that thing for the first time with the whipping. I said, oh, boy, it felt like a big old ass. You hear me? It felt like, boy, and I can work that. I can manage it. So I said, boy, I got up in there. I was just, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing, boy. I felt so good because it's so big. So I'm just, you know, like, okay. Okay. And I had a stick. I was doing all of this. I felt like the TV shows and, you know, and I fell in love with it. And as I was in school, I said, I'm going to be the biggest truck driver in the world. I'm going to be the greatest. I'm Clarissa Rankin. I said, I'm going to be the biggest female truck driver you ever seen in your life.
I see it coming for real.
And I'm making it happen. You hear me? I ain't stopping till I be everywhere. Like I just gained a love for it as I drove and worked and studied in it and ride down the road. It just felt so powerful. It's crazy. It was a powerful feeling, and that's how I got into it.
Got you. So even as we spoke earlier, you said one thing you made sure you wanted to touch on was the fact that more women need to get into trucking. So like why?
I really feel like more women need to get into it because before I got into it, I thought that I wasn't going to be able to be away from home. I thought that I needed to stay at home and be there if the kid gets sick. I thought that a mother is not a woman if she's not taking care of her baby and the husband's or the man at home. That's not the stereotype.
Sure.
That's not the thing. You know, it's supposed to be the man at work and the woman at home. But as I got into it, it was the opposite. I'm raising 2 young Black men. I can teach them how to treat a woman, but I can't teach them how to be a man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
And my husband was a local driver, still a local truck driver. So I said, hey, I got my CDL. I run the business. I hit the road. I lead. Because I'm always going to be that loving mother, that caring mother, that, ooh, my baby. After a while, they're going to grow up. I can't do that no more.
For sure.
But you're going to always have to be that father figure in their life to teach them how to be Black men. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So as I'm on the road, everything I can do, he can do. So I said, I'm not going to be a stereotype mama, like work a 9 to 5. That was boring to me. When I worked in the school system, work in the prison system, that was the most, well, the school system wasn't back. I love the kids there, but it was so boring. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't smile. I couldn't cuss. I couldn't dress how I want to wear, different color wigs. I couldn't wear my long nails. I couldn't be me. So when I got in trucking, I was able to be me, a woman. I was able to dress like a woman and be a woman. And I want that to be out there as women don't feel like, oh, I can't leave my babies. Leave them, because they're going to leave you eventually.
Oh, that's true. It's true. It's true. For real.
You know, they're going to grow up eventually, and they ain't going to know who you is. They get a good piece of woman. They ain't going to know who you is. They get a good piece of a man and get something done. They ain't going to know who you are no more. So why are you sitting there? My baby. No, they got to grow.
Sure.
So that's why I really want to get understood of women just get out to being that stereotype.
Got you. So like not feeling limited, like not like they can't be away from the babies. That's stopping their growth and their dreams in a way too.
Exactly. And then the money is good. Like when I done worked in nursing, I done did the teaching, I done did the prison system, I done did the waiting tables, and I'm working my butt off for nothing. Like really still struggling. Now I can make 6 figures. I can make $1,000 in one day. Put $200 in fuel. I'm bringing home what, $800-900. You know. Got
you. So like, is that because? So how does trucking work? Like, is it like contracting? Are you employed by a trucking company, or do you have you guys like own your own trucking business as a whole? Like, how does it work to the point where you can make $1,000 in a day?
Okay, so when I first got my CDL, I had to do a year of experience working underneath a company, a trucking company. And I did that. I worked at a warehouse and I moved the trailers back and forth and went from there to there. And then as soon as that year was up, I got my own truck. I went to the dealership. We bought a truck. And then we found a company, a big mega carrier. And that's a company that's known everywhere, right? We found a mega carrier and we took our truck, JC Rankin's Transport, and now we're going to pull that freight. So that means we guaranteed we can move tires, canned goods, t-shirts. I done pulled Walmart, diapers, wipes. I done moved everything. You name it, I can pull it with my truck. You get what I'm saying? Got you. And now I can book where I want to go. Say if I want to book a load to go up, say if I want to go to Florida and I want to go to the beach, what I'm going to do is I'm going to book a load, go on the board, book a load, go down to the beach, drop my load down in Amazon, park my truck. I'm going to the beach for the weekend, you know? Got you. And that's how it works. You just keep rotating it around. And any way you want to go, book a load, hit the road, so you can make $1,000 to go down to Florida. You know, sure. Ain't nobody else want to go to Florida. Somebody else don't want to go to Florida because there ain't no loads coming out. I go $1,000. Let me go take that load down to Florida, drop it off, go to the beach and have a good time. It might be a load going from Charlotte to Virginia, paying $500, going 4 hours up the road. Let me get that $500, please. Thank you.
Smooth.
Yeah. Got
you. So then, with that in mind, so what are you thinking future-wise? Like, are you thinking about, getting a fleet of trucks, or like what's in your mind and your vision now that you've seen this other side, like creating a business?
Well, I have already had 2 trucks. I did not like it. I didn't like having to find another driver, and that other driver might don't work like me. Might don't take care of my truck like me. Might can't run like me. I done had grown men say they don't drive at night. How you don't drive at night, boy? How you don't drive at night? If the clock strikes 6:00 and you are on the road, how you not gonna drive at night?
Right.
And how you gotta make, I gotta be home on the weekend and I gotta make this amount. Who you driving for? They're gonna give you all that. So no, I don't want no big company no more. I did. Not no more. No. Some of these people so sorry. Ooh, honey. You see it all in trucking. Some of these people so sorry. Just sorry.
So it's kind of hard to find a reliable driver then, it's pretty much so.
Oh, yes. Very hard. It's very hard to find another you. And
that's a bar.
I run my truck better than men. I hustle. Like sometimes like I get up 3 a.m. just because I want to get up. I get up, do my hair and makeup, I hit the road. I'm taking that load. I'm being there by 8:00. I'm back home. And it's say if it's a Friday. What's your name, sweetheart? How you say your name again?
Oh, Lewis.
Lewis. Say if it's a Friday and I want to get home for sushi, right?
Right.
I'm gonna get up about 4 a.m, hit the road if I can get back home by 12:00 and still be in the joy of my day. You got some drivers, I ain't getting up that early. I ain't getting up. No, I ain't getting up. No, you can't run like me. So it ain't. You got people like that.
Got you. So really don't go hard enough. Got you.
Yeah, sorry. Just sorry. You know how old people you say, you're just sorry.
Hell yeah. Got you. So going back to what you said about too. So some of them want to be home by a certain time or be home for the weekend. Oh. So when you're doing the long hauls, you're going away from your family for, a weekend or a week. How do you prepare for that? Like, what do you do to mentally prepare and then also make sure that your ride is comfortable?
Mainly what I do is, so say if I'm going to be gone for 2 days out, come back, or gone all week and come on weekend, I run all week. Like, so my truck is stocked. I got my food. I got my water. I got everything I need to survive in that truck. That truck becomes your house. That truck becomes your house and your money. So I have everything I need, my iPad, my phone, chargers, you name it, I have it, right? But before I leave my house, my kids are loved. We done did this an event together, or we done went out to the mall. We done went out to eat. We done had an event together, or I done bought them something, or I done went on a date night with my husband, or I done gave him some good, cute intimacy with different color wigs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Before I hit the road, I make sure all that's taken care of.
Gotcha.
Because if my household not good, I'm not going to be able to drive. Your mind here must be mentally together before you can hit those roads. Because when you get behind that wheel, you behind that wheel for 11 hours almost a day. Nothing but wheel. Nothing but steering wheel. You get up and take a break, use the bathroom, but you back at it. So your mind is wandering. So if it ain't together, you're gonna hurt yourself. And that's why you see so many mad truckers or mad people on the road with road rage. That's because their mind ain't right. So when you see me, you see that. Because my mind together, my household together, my husband together, my kids together. Ain't nobody else coming in my house outside of me because I done took care of that before I left. You get what I'm saying?
Got you. So having that balance for sure.
Oh, yes. I got a big work-life balance, time management. That's why even the day when I had this interview with you, I was looking at that clock. You 2 minutes late, baby. I'm already 5 minutes.
My apologies for that. My apologies.
No, you're fine, but it's just a balance, the work-life balance. It's that management. You got to manage it. And I make sure I stay on top of it, because if I wasn't on top of it, I lose my whole family. I lose my life. I lose myself. So you got to have that.
Got you. That's super respectable. I was looking on the caption on one of your posts, and you were saying women drivers only make up 10% of the trucking industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that comes with a lot of BS from men. So, like, would you mind sharing some of those challenges you faced and how did you overcome those challenges?
Look at you, Louis, asking them questions like you.
Me?
Oh, professional. We up here now.
This BlxckMonopoly. We gotta do it right. We gotta do it right.
Yes, women only make up 10% of the trucking industry. So when it comes down to, some men don't care that you're a woman. They're gonna talk to you like you're a man. So in the trucking industry, as a woman, you got to be a solid, hardcore person to be able to take that hit of men disrespecting you or men pushing up on you. You have to block it, like shut it down. And with it not being a lot of females, it's only 2% that look like me.
Right.
You rarely ever gonna see a hair done, nails done. I mean, a walk, the kill, a personality, a body. You know, hey girl, like you're not gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see a tomboy or a lesbian, or you're gonna see one of them. You're not gonna see a girly girl like, hey girl. You're not gonna see that.
Gotcha.
So it's very hard because they're not expected for you to respond back how you gonna respond. Either I'm gonna respond back stuck up like or I'm gonna respond back like, okay, I'm gonna need for you to stop. Or I'm gonna respond back like, hey, how you doing? You don't know what to expect, but we get a pressure. When I get out the truck, it's like, rah! It's like dogs in heat, baby. It be, you know,
Gotcha.
But I'm a grown woman. I can handle it. I got a clear mind. I got a great husband. I respect him. So I maneuver through like a snake. Boy, I be, watch out now. I'm taken, but I know I'm cute, but I'm sanctified and I'm married. So it's tough. It can be very tough. Very.
Got you. So, like, could you give one example of like a challenge that you overcame aside from like, just curving the men? Like, did somebody like scenarios of people underestimating you or, trying to look at you?
Oh, yes. When I first got my CDL, I had to find a job. Right. And I had 6 interviews. Every last one of them told me, no. One guy told me, he said, I would never hire you as my CDL driver. You are too cute. You can be my assistant. That's what he literally said to me. I said, well, babe, I'm at the wrong location. He looked me up and down. He wanted to eat me alive like a candy bar in a grocery store, baby, for $1.34. Family size, baby. No, I'm good. I'm here to be a truck driver. So at the 6 interviews, I finally had a great interview with a lady. Her name was Carrie. I never forget her. Her name was Carrie. She hired me. She hired me because not only did I get my CDLs within 1 month, I went and got endorsements. Endorsements is like gold on a CDL. So in the mix of me looking for a job, I went and got my hazmat, my triple and double. I just studied for it. I took the test. I passed it. So they added it onto my license. So when I went to the job interview, she seen that and she needed somebody that can drive a truck with their hazmat because it was a chemical company. So she had to hire me. Didn't nobody else come in the door with the hazmat. So when I started working for the warehouse, the men was mad. I came in the door making $3 and I think like $3.50 more than the original truck drivers. They was mad. Oh, you only been driving for a couple of days. And how she coming here making more than me? And she don't even know how to drive a truck. I didn't know how to drive a truck very well, but honey, I still got my paycheck.
Hello.
I still can move it. So they underestimated me and they end up all getting fired. I was the last one left and I was the only trucker with CDL and hazmat at that time because they didn't want me there as a woman. They did stuff to the truck. They rig up the truck before I can't drive it. Whoa. It was torture, but I'm going to get it done. I'm a tough cookie. I handled it and look where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? So.
Dope. There's gonna be a movie about you. So it's pretty dope for real. All the things you have to overcome for real.
Louis, I'm just gonna wait my time, be humble, you know. It's
No.
gonna be a little humble, wait my time when the good Lord ready.
Nah, for sure. And like you're dropping a lot of gems too, for sure. Like things that people should already know in practice, but a lot of people aren't. Like discipline, making yourself valuable. Like you said, you got your endorsements and everything, so that made you high value. Like they had no other choice.
Yep.
You were overqualified if anything. So
yep.
Dope. What are some trucker stereotypes that you could share or like could touch on? Kind of like, just flip the narrative on.
The main trucker stereotype is people look at all truck drivers like they nasty, like they dirty, like they all stink, like they all don't got a home life, like we all just money hungry people. They look at truckers to be uneducated, dumb. Like they look at us to be scum. We really get treated like dirt. We really get treated like we are nobodies.
You got some examples like
oh yes, like when you go to some of these places, you can't use their bathroom. You got to use the porta potty. Oh. When you go to some places, they'll tell you, "Oh, step back." This before COVID. Don't touch my pen. Like I had this one girl told me not to touch her pen. She about got knocked dead upside her head when she told me not to touch her dog. No, I don't let truckers touch my pen. Like we was just like when you go to some places, the showers are disgusting. Cause they look at us all like we are one. Like I said, they don't see us as
human.
They look at us like we are just rags. Talk to us bad. Like shippers will cuss at you. Like say if I pull up at a shipper, I had this happen one time and I lost it. I pulled up at a shipper and the lady, and I had been driving all day, Louis. I was so tired, but I still came in my personality, like, hey, how you doing? She said, pull up. Like, no, hey, how you doing? Pull up. So me, I made time for her. I said, okay, you can ask a little bit nicer. But it was just that demeanor in her was just nasty. So I pulled up and she said, open the door. And I said, you know what? I'm not tired of you talking to me like you stupid. That's going to be your last one, okay? That's going to be, I don't know who else you done deal with up in here. But baby, that's going to be your last one right there. That was it. I don't know who else done came up through here. But that's going to be your last time talking to me like you're stupid. And she was like, well, I just asked you who you talking to. So they talk to you like you're dirt. Like, no, I'm human. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. Now, I don't know if you don't normally see that, but you're going to respect me, or the energy that you're giving me, I'm going to give it back to you, and mine's going to be 10 times harsher. So we get it, man. We get it. And it's just, it's sad. It's sad because we make the world go round,
Literally, for sure.
If it ain't, in that day, I was dropping off toilet paper. So if it wasn't for me, how you gonna get your toilet paper?
Right.
I done delivered big tubes, real big rolls, right? To the places that cut them down to make toilet paper, paper towels, tissue. I done delivered that. So you talking to the person that making you have something to wipe your behind, baby.
Right.
And you know what I want to tell you? I want to say, run me that toilet tissue back. That's what you do. Run me that back. Use some leaves. Oh, don't talk to me like you're crazy. Yeah, so it's bad. It really is bad. It really is.
Got you. So before we skate out, I could tell just from the short amount of time we spent here that you have a wealth of game and knowledge. So we like to give, the listeners just some game before we sign out. Is there anything that you would like to share to anybody, like whether it's a young boy, young girl, anybody, whether it's in the world of trucking or just life in general?
That's a good question, Lord. You're just smart, boy. You smart, boy. You see how you
I appreciate it. Gotta be smooth.
No, one of the main things I do is now watch me look. I go professional. Watch me get off professional. Watch it. One of the things I do is on TikTok, I make sure I give laughter, mother, wife, and entertainment and education. And the reason for that is because you gotta. I'm teaching you how to maneuver through life. I follow my dreams by taking that leap of faith. I didn't let nothing stop me. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do with my life. I'm control of it. I follow my dreams. I'm teaching my boys how to follow their dreams. I'm still doing it as a mother. I'm still doing it as a wife. I'm still raising 2 young Black men that's trying to keep them alive in the world of society. But I'm also educating you the same way I'm educating myself. I still work. I still hustle. I still make sure I bring in income. But it all started for me following my dreams. It all started for me taking a leap of faith and doing something outside of what somebody told me I had to do. See, people tell you that you have to go to school to get an education to make good money. Baby, I went to school and got an education. I ain't make no good money. I had to step outside of the norm to make the 6 figures that I always dreamed of making. So I broke that stereotype. I follow my own lead. And I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. I treat every day like it's a road. When you ride down the road, there's not a road in this world going to be the same. Nothing. It's not a road in this world is going to be the same. So I treat every day. It's a different day. It's a new vision. I got to get through it. It's an obstacle. If you go down some roads, you might see big billboards that say, turn here, exit 4. You might see a sign that say the tire changing. You might see a sign that say a church. Every road's going to be a different sign, a different goal that somebody trying to reach or push at you, but you got to still stay focused and get to wherever you got to get to. And that's what I did. And that's where I'm at now. I'm still in that journey every day. I'm hustling. I'm riding down my road. I'm staying focused on my goals. I'm making sure I stay following my dreams. And even when obstacles come in the way, I still stay focused. It's stormy days. It be rain in some areas. It be sunshine the next. It be high winds one day. It be stuck up traffic, but I still stay focused and I make it through. It's the same thing in life. So I always tell people, follow it. Get tunnel vision. Follow your dream. Get behind that steering wheel and drive at it. When stuff come your way, just maneuver through it. Everything is going to try to distract you, but as long as you stay focused on where you got to get to, you're going to make it too. And that's how I make it. I educate myself. I educate my kids. I educate people around me to always keep that energy, keep that peace, and you'll make it far. Once you start getting distracted and people feeling like, oh, I give it up. Once you give up, you're over. You never give up. What you giving up for? Because it got hard? Because it started storming? It's going to storm 20 more miles down the road too. You going to give up again? You ain't going to never make it to where you're going. You give up right here because the storm cut your car broke down. So that's why I stick with, and that's why I live by. Follow your dreams. Stay tunnel vision. Stay focused. And educate yourself. Never be too educated. And before you go, one of the things I started is outspoken. Outspoken is spelled, I got outspoken spelled with a W, not a U. My W means wow, wonderful, and woke. Wow, wonderful, and woke. I'm a wild and crazy person, but I'm a wonderful and I'm a lover, but I stay woke. I stay learning, I stay grinding, and I stay growing. So that's why I started outspoken. Wow, wonderful, woke. I stay focused at that. So.
Oh, now that was dope. That's some real game right there. I appreciate it for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
We need it. We need it more in our community. We need it. And you gotta have that, man. You gotta have that education, man. You gotta have people that's willing to give you knowledge and not bash you like crabs in a bucket. No, baby. I'm too cute to be in the bottom of that bucket, baby. I'm at the top. They ain't about to cook me, baby. They ain't about to cook me. I ain't in the bucket. Don't even put me in that bucket with y'all. I don't want to be in that bucket. Nah,
For real. I feel you. So like before we skate out, hit them with your social media. Any shout outs you want to give? Is any last message you want to leave by?
Well, first, I'm Clarissa Rankin, and if you can follow me at I am Clarissa Rankin on Instagram, Clarissa Rankin on TikTok, and I do have a YouTube called The Rankins World. You will see so many educational videos, my family videos, cooking with my kids, time management, business tips, how to get a CPA, how to manage your money, how to save your money, how we went from to living in nothing to buying our second home. So that's at The Rankins World. And a shout out to my family. It's a lot. This is a lot going on. I'm growing very good. And my husband is my man, boy. My husband, boy. They broke it, man. The Lord broke the bowl when he made that one, man. That my Debbie cake, my apple fritter, my Tootsie Roll, baby. So shout out to him. He's my behind the scene man. He's my cameraman. And then my kids, they always like great, wonderful Black boys. Wonderful. And I put emphasis on Black. My wonderful Black men.
Smooth.
Good kids. So shout out to them. So thank you. This is good. Go ahead, Luke. That's what you did doing your thing, boy. Y'all proud of it.
Not for real, man. Like, definitely appreciate you coming on. Thank you for giving your time, your energy. Thank you for being you, and giving us that, like giving us the real. So, for sure.
I can't be nobody else. I don't think it's nobody else that can be me. I'm just
facts, for real. One-on-one.
I love it.
For sure.
I love it.
So with that, it's BlxckMonopoly, dope dialogue. We out.